Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and Cass is here, and I'm here, and we're gonna start out with our picks of the week. It's like a kind of a little bit of a dry week this week. There's not really a lot of excitement, but we found some stuff that we're gonna showcase for you, and as always, our boy kicks us off. What'd you find?
Okay, this week I'm very excited about this new live album from Mythic Sunship. It's called Live at Roadburn, Changing Shapes. Mythic Sunship is a psych rock band from Denmark. They are on an excellent label called El Paraiso. One of my favorite psych labels, also based in Denmark. It was basically started by a band called Causa Sui, and them and a bunch of other bands from Denmark, all on this label, all putting out really innovative, very high quality psych rock music. Mythic Sunship are a little different though. They have a sax player who's pretty wild, almost gets a little jazzy at points. And this kind of sound was pretty groundbreaking. They've been around for a while, but their 7th album that came out a couple years ago seemed to just like hit the right note with a bunch of people, and it got really big and got a lot of attention on different media sources. So they're getting pretty big right now, so they released this live album. A lot of the songs are from that last record. I can't remember what it's called, it's got a really long name. But basically, super great musicians on here. You couldn't even tell these are live recordings for most of it. It just sounds very rich, very full. Recordings, the guitar works perfect. There's no mistakes at all. The sax player is insane. Really, really good stuff on here. Definitely one of the most exciting psych rock bands I've heard in a while. So check them out. And it's a little pricey. It's $33.95, but this label, like I said, based in Denmark, so a lot of their stuff's a little pricey. But there's only 500 copies, so come pick one up.
Nice. All right. My pick for you this week is Wolf Parade. This is Thin Mind. It's on Sub Pop. And Wolf Parade is the trio of Dan Bachner, Spencer Krug, and Arlen Thompson. And this 10-track record was recorded on Vancouver Island, and it was mixed in Seattle. And this has kind of a sci-fi post-apocalyptic and dystopian kind of narratives running through it. There's themes emerging. They were at this place in Vancouver, the studio. It's called Risk Disc, and Dan Bachner kind of just jokingly describes it as this like Dutchman's failed utopia, a problematic structure with post-apocalyptic vibe. This studio is kind of housed in a stone barn that was hand-built by this Dutchman. Yeah. This Dutchman who he kind of by memory constructed this place of a structure that he was familiar with growing up, and he did it all from memory. So I guess this place is kind of odd, but anyway, this is where this was recorded, and the guy he just, like I said, he remembered this place that he lovingly grew up in the Netherlands and just created this wonderful place. Thin Minds, it's like it's the core members of Wolf Parade are working as a trio as they did in their past albums of Apologies to the Queen, Mary, and At Mount Zoomer. The songwriting duties are evenly split between Bachner and Krug. Every moment they're kind of addressing that we're always into our screens every moment, and we're oversaturated with content, and it's always this ever accelerated struggle to just see a sustainable future if everybody's so insular and into their own thing. So they're just kind of addressing themes like that on this. Anyway, it sounded really good. This is the loser edition that you can get here from us on pale yellow vinyl. It's $21.95, and it also is on cassette for $7.99. So yeah, if you want to try this again, like I said, they've been going 5 albums strong for our Sub Pop, which is one of our beloved labels that we care a lot about. So that's why we're very happy to be indie exclusive loser edition retailer for that. Okay, so nice. Cass, did you have something else you wanted to showcase?
Oh yes, I did. Next up, I have excellent debut by the band Glass Beach. The album's called The First Glass Beach Album. Glass Beach are a band from LA, although it's mostly spearheaded by frontman Classic J, who's a multi-instrumentalist, plays a lot, does the vocals, probably does all the songwriting. So it's mostly his project. And like I said, this is a debut album, and it's pretty fully realized, I'd say, for a debut record. A lot of different influences coming on here, some power pop influences, emo, just, I guess like indie rock, and even a little bit of like J-pop on here and there as well. So pretty diverse record, very colorful, and you know, when I first heard it, his vocals, Classic J's vocals, they are a little bit what's the word? They're a little over the top. They're very whiny. You know, if you're familiar with emo music, you're probably used to this type of vocal style. But for me, it was a bit much at first. But after hearing this a few times, I've gotten a bit more used to it, and I do like his vocals now. But I could definitely see some people getting turned off by his vocals. But instrumentally, really great stuff on here. The drummer is really fast. Sometimes he's doing like some crazy beats. You know, he'll break into like some slow parts, and he'll do some crazy like blast beat on here. Definitely reminds me of like early Jeff Rosenstock. They have like horns on here too, so there's like a little bit of that ska influence too. And just like I said, really colorful, vibrant rock record. And for a debut album, it's pretty exciting that it could sound this, you know, fully put together. And they just got signed to Run for Cover, which is pretty exciting. That's a really great label for this sound. And yeah, pretty excited about it. Great cover too. And I think Glass Beach, as well as another band, Weather Day, are both kind of giving emo breath of fresh air that is much needed. So check it out. It's a little pricey though, $39.95, but it's a double color vinyl. So
What color?
you know what? What do you think it says? Oh yeah, it does. Clear with red-blue splatter. So pretty sweet. Pick it up.
All right, Cass. I'm sorry, I'm coming for you.
Uh-oh.
I completely disagree. I had high hopes for that record, but when I heard it, I thought it was terrible. First of all, it comes in at over an hour long, so it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And I just think it's so overblown. I don't even know how you're thinking that is like bringing anything to emo. That is, it sounds like
his vocals are
No.
very like emotional, like
They're-
raw,
no,
you know.
they're theatrical. It sounds like he's trying to be on Broadway. It was so like over the top and overblown, and I thought it really just seemed like show tunes. You know, I'm thinking the guy's standing there singing with his hands going like this.
The first track definitely.
Oh, and these mathy
that kind of
guitar
vibe.
riffs, and it's just like so contrived. I really didn't find what you found out of it, but okay, so
Yes,
we agree
I
to
was
disagree.
the only one in the office that
Yeah.
was digging it, to be honest.
We
and
couldn't even sit through the hour. Me and Candace had to shut him down.
Maybe
because
most of you won't like it, but
Well, I mean, I don't know. I kind of am just, it's shocking to me that you have that as one of your picks you want to showcase. But
It's good stuff.
one man's pain is another man's pleasure. So there you go.
you'll come around. Give
Point
it a few more
counterpoint.
tries.
Cass, you ignorant slut.
Give maybe like 3 more listens all the way through the whole hour.
I don't
you'll
think I
be
could
into
listen to
it.
that for three rounds. There's no way. All right. So I'm going to showcase for you anyway this Andy Schaaf. This is the Neon Skyline. This is on the Anti label. Let me give you a better little, get the glare off of there for you. Okay, so he's really becoming like kind of a really important songwriter for our generation. Now his songs are very tuneful little vignettes of small moments and people with big hearts. And this record, it kind of is interwoven stories about, you know, this group of friends that hang out at this bar. And, you know, it's just storytelling and really, really well crafted. You know, he really makes some poignant observations about people and the things that people do, human nature. It's almost like a, you know, as though he's a novelist with the detail that he goes
Absolutely.
into, you know what I mean? And his songwriting is just super down to earth, and it's very sophisticated, and there's a lot of inventive melody on here as well. So, you know, he does have the tunes to back up just, you know, it's not just like, you know, songwriting that's great, but no tunes. They're there. This is a really creative leap for this already kind of acclaimed artist. He's really finding his feet here. This is limited edition opaque white vinyl. It's $21.95, and I was telling Cass, I believe that he is playing a show, but for us, it's too far. It's like Sacramento, so I don't think he's on like a big tour, but
Shame.
if you can catch him, you should. He's really good.
Yeah, great record. And his last record, The Party, one of my favorite records of all time.
All time?
Yeah. I just listened to it last night, all the way through. Incredible
Yeah.
record. And this one's really good too. I
Yeah.
think he has a really distinct voice too. I think he's Canadian or something.
Oh,
so
is
he's
he?
got
Oh,
this
okay.
really heavy accent. I really love it.
It's just attention to detail and like really putting you like right in the scene is
Yeah,
great though,
it's like-
right?
Just like an author.
Yes, totally. Okay, so let's get to our list here. And like I say, just it's not like a lot of excitement here, but let's just see what we got here. All right, first up, and you will know us by the Trail of Our Dead. This is the Godless Void, and it's $27.95, but there's also green vinyl LP plus CD that is $35.95. So
Cool.
your choice.
You guys just played at the Catalyst last night, actually.
Oh yeah, is that true?
I almost went. But
Really? All right, now we have Big Star Radio City, 180 gram, $22.95.
Cool. I think they're reissuing #1 record too on this 180
Oh,
series.
and you know, then like there was the solo album from what's his name?
Something Bell.
Oh yeah, something Bell. I'm sorry, you guys, the Big Star fans. I'm thinking
Chris Bell?
maybe it's Chris Bell, because I'm thinking of our friend William who watches, and he's a fan. And anyway, sorry,
Charlie
I can't remember his name.
likes Big Star, too.
Charlie too, yeah. Okay, now we got the Dave Clark 5, all the hits, best of. This is $25.95. There was a lot of hits for the Dave Clark 5, so I imagine that's pretty much got everything you'd want on there. All right, now we got Dashboard Confessional, best ones of the best ones. This says colored vinyl. Do you happen to know?
Doesn't say. It just says indie vinyl.
Oh man, I hate when they do that.
Doesn't say what we're calling
All
it.
right, 2 LPs, $25.95, which $25.95 is not bad for 2 LPs.
Yeah, that's a
so
great deal.
down with that. All right, now we got Dying Fetus, History Repeats, $21.95.
Oh,
All right, Earth Gang Mirrorland, 2 LPs, $31.95.
it's finally got some Earth Gang in. These guys.
You
are
know,
getting
I
pretty
think
big.
that they've had like other stuff and like you know, like little indie tapes around all over the place, and they've been knocking around for a long time, right?
They have been, yeah. It's good to see them finally getting big. I remember they played at the Catalyst like years ago
Yeah.
in like the Atrium, and now I'm sure they could sell
Big
out the
room?
big stage if they wanted. So
Okay. Now we got Helado Negro and Smile and the Smile Band live at KCRW. This is $20.95.
cool.
Okay. All right, Lil Peep, there he is. Everybody's Everything, 150 gram, just to be different, on Gatefold, 2 LPs, $36.95.
All right.
All right, now we have Mayhem Damon Picture Disc, $39.95. What?
A great Mayhem. Oh, it comes with a huge 12-page booklet.
Okay,
Picture
better
disc.
for
I
that
think
price.
That's kind of worth the price. Maybe still a little steep, but
Well, it's a
It's
picture
Mayhem.
disc, although, but it's still inserted in there in that.
Yeah, I guess
okay,
so.
you're pretty confident about that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Midnight Rebirth by Blasphemy, $28.95. This is all stuff you're ordering, I can tell, right?
Maybe.
That picture on the
Fucking
back.
metal.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome. Okay. Van Morrison, his band, and the Street Choir on turquoise vinyl, $22.95.
this might be one Chuck's ordering.
Yeah, what kind of time period are we talking there? Do we know?
It's 1970,
Okay.
so
All right, that's one of those where I know, you know.
start your ear off. Right?
Is that one of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, we're gonna have a few more of those coming up here.
Now, this is like long awaited, and it's the Pet Shop Boys new LP, Hotspot, 140 gram gatefold, $23.95. I listened to this morning, and I just really, it sort of was just blending into the background. Didn't find anything real new and innovative about it. You know, just thought it kind of sounded like everything else. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of those synth pop bands from the 80s, they just can't come out with some
Yeah.
stellar record, 20, 30 years later. It's just not going to happen.
I'm sure that there's like a lot of, Pet Shop Boys fans that still really dig that and are gonna, want that. If you like them, you're gonna like this, but I don't know. I'm just always trying to catch something new or different, and I didn't find it there. All right, Ramones, it's alive on red and blue vinyl, 2 LPs, $31.95.
Cool.
Now that's worth $31.95 because I
pretty
love the
sick.
Ramones. All right, now we have, this is probably another one of those start your ear off, Sex Pistols, Nevermind the Bollocks on pink vinyl, $22.95. Is
Yes,
that
it
another one of
is.
those?
Cool.
All right.
I don't
Oh,
know
okay, now
what
we've
they're
got, like, this is all that Angelo Badalamenti, the soundtrack to Twin Peaks on green vinyl,
It's
$22.95.
actually a start your ear off right, too.
Oh, okay,
Would not have
okay.
expected that.
Yeah,
Cool,
that
cool.
probably has like a lot of Julie Cruz stuff on it. That was like the big, standout performer from that series. She got pretty popular, and then she's just gone now. I don't know what happened to her, right?
She's such a great singer.
And we got a 7-inch here for Taylor Swift. Should have said, Should have said no. Sorry. Yeah, we should have said no to buying it. Anyway,
I was gonna go there.
$11.95. Okay, so what else is going on? Oh, you know what? Okay, I think did we decide next week? Cass and I are going to do a little midweek special little thing because we thought maybe some people are trying to shop for, like, I don't know, a gift for Valentine's gift, and you know, if you wanted some suggestions. So Cass and I will be doing the Love Show. It's like a little special edition
Valentine's
where,
Day edition.
yeah, we're going to pick out some stuff that, you know, we like, that we think gives the good vibe of, you know, just like a mood setting or romantic albums, as well as we'll showcase for you just some of the obvious choices, you know, that, you know, would just be a nice gift for somebody if you're planning on that, or just something to buy to have on in the background if you're staying in for the night, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what, do we decide next week, like next Wednesday?
I think so,
we're gonna do that?
next Wednesday sounds about right.
Okay, so join us for the Love Show, and that'll be fun. And let me see what else. I guess we're kind of bummed because there was a show announced for Stereolab. I'm going to be playing in Big Sur in May, and
Henry Miller.
super expensive tickets.
Yeah, if you're from around here, you know those shows these days, they're just very pricey. I'm sure you know all the money it takes to set shows up there all the way out there, and then they have to use shuttles to save gas and prevent traffic. So
it's just,
I understand, but it's very difficult to.
Back in, you know, those in the older days, gosh, you could go to a show there for $25 and see something amazing.
I know.
But you know, the city got on them and made them build proper bathrooms, and now they've got this shuttle service that, you know, it's mandatory for you to take it, and somebody's got to pay for that. So it's you, the ticket buyer, but I don't know. It's kind of elitist, because if you're a person on your own, then you just want one ticket.
Yeah, you can't
buy it.
Yeah, that I don't understand. I can get the $150 ticket because it takes a lot of work,
well,
and it is Stereolab, but it's like, you know.
But it's your privilege to be there with like, what, 200, 250 people. It really is your privilege to see a show there, but it's like you can only buy tickets in 2s, 3s, and 4s. So 2 tickets, $300. Now, what if you're just a person who doesn't have somebody to pal around with that wants to shell out $150? You can't go. And they have it set up where there's no, like, you know, scalping of tickets. You can't even go around the outside.
Like all
Everything has got to be the person who bought it, their ID, the whole bit. I don't know. I think it's a little elitist, and I'm kind of bummed out that that's the way things are going over there. I mean, kind of understand that under the umbrella of being PC and, you know, none of that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I'm not happy with that situation because I do.
We're probably not going to go. You know, it would have been a great show.
It would have been, and you know, I mean, obviously, okay, here's us 1-2. We would like that, but we have other people in this office, and it's going to be over $600 for us to all go, and it's
so
like,
crazy.
How is that? You know, anyway.
But there's a lot of other great shows coming up
that
we've seen. There's a bunch at Felton Music Halls just shelling out these great shows. George Clanton Gardens playing in April, and they just announced Wise Blood is playing in May. Of course, Duran Jones is playing in May, and then Duster's playing at Catalyst end of February.
Yes.
So there's a lot of shows.
Kurt Viles in May, also at the Rio in Santa Cruz, and I'm still trying to dig for a Sinead O'Connor ticket. Anybody?
I know,
Let me know if there's like another Gold Circle 1 ticket flying around anywhere. Please get a hold of me here at the shop. Okay, so join us for the Love Show next week, and for now, thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time. I'm going to post the list down below, so if you missed any prices or anything, you can check it out there. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.